The following program is brought to you commercial-free by SWGOH.GG. GACenter is recorded live on our Twitch channel for editing and posting to our YouTube channel. There will be no commercials in this broadcast, but there will be breaks that Nev and Ranger will throw to without the actual break being shown. Any bits, subs, and donations for this presentation will be acknowledged by chat moderators and are greatly appreciated. Thank you for attending this live recording. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you GACenter.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Season 3 of GACenter. It is a Division reboot. It's what we've always wanted. It's what we've been asking for ages, and we are going to bring it to you first. All the content creators. We've retired some people have retired, and we've got a bunch of new competitors to talk about. Ranger, are you excited about this Division reboot as I am?
Right now. God bless America. First of all, we got a lot of stuff going on in the background, which we'll get to later. And then Nev's like, hey, let's do it Monday. I'm like, sure, let's pull it all together and do it on Monday. So, yes, I am excited. So, I mean, I wouldn't read too much in the early stats in the sense that, we'll see who's doing what, but it's not till much later that you start seeing people pull away that in each of these divisions. So it's kind of cramped at the beginning and then it kind of weeds itself out. So, but good luck to all the competitors, and we'll talk about all the stuff we're seeing. So it's some exciting stuff and some different stuff. I'm seeing some trends there in 3v3 GAC.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There is definitely some. Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking for, the trends. Seeing what is different, what is not different, who's having an easier time, because there are competitors that are going to have an easier time. There are competitors that are going to have a harder time. So let's get into it. So we are going to be covering from Division 6 upwards. Premier League, Major League, AAA, all that stuff is gone.
It's gone bye-bye.
It's gone bye-bye, because obviously we made all of that up because there were so many people in Division 1. So we split Division 1 into 5 groups, and would you Adam and Eve it? That's what CG's done. So that's what we get to cover. So I'm going to bring up Division 6, and we're going to kick off with one of our new competitors, Sephiranus.
Glad you could pronounce it, because I always thought that was Sephiranus.
Yeah, Sephiranus. Sephiranus went 2-1 this week. Round 1, a great start actually to the season for Seth, who bagged a flawless victory and got a solid hold on fleets. Round 2, not quite a flawless victory, as he dropped a battle to DR, but the fleet got another solid hold for the win. Round 3, and an FU defense with a GL, and that stopped Steph in his tracks. This round had to settle for the loss, and ultimately a 2-1 for the week.
Yeah, but still pretty decent start. 2-1. It's not 1-2. It's not 0-3. So hey, there you go.
Still a good start.
All right. Remember the 5th of November. V Vendetta is here. He's trying to do GAC, but look and behold, he's still doing what he does. I'm not going to keep that rhyme going. I was going to do it, but no, I can't do it. 3-0 from Vendetta. This is what we expect from Vendetta. Let's see how it went out this week. 3-0. It says round 1, the opponent said a fairly light defense, was hoping for efficiency battle. He did it well until he messed up in the back zone, left the team with Terminator. These things happen. And then V got the full clear. Round 2 says, I noticed a pattern with my opponents always placing slow Jedi Knight Luke lead with Hoda on defense and only bother attacking after seeing that the Jedi Knight Luke got a hold. So, he came prepared. Problem, handled business. Round 3, he said this became a really good fight. We both went very heavy on defense. I had to struggle to get through and needed 3/10 on his Relic 7 Darth Revan. But after some horrible RNG, I failed to take out his finalizer, but still got the win since my opponent got stuck on my bottom front zone, leaving my Darth Revan with TM and Padme remained untouched. So, rough the outing for V, but he gets the job done. 3-0 is a nice way to start. Really nice banners. Well done, sir.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Down 14 with it. I wasn't expecting to see this. I must admit, I was not expecting to see Stone start with a 2-1, because he's usually undefeated in his first month. He has been on previous seasons, but not this time. Round 1 was an auto deploy, so an easy win. lots of people get auto deploys round 1, week 1. Round 2 was a really light defense, so another easy victory for him. Round 3 was a light defense, but sadly, Stone got stuck on a fleet and he couldn't clear, and his opponent took victory. So 2-1 for Stone.
All right. Next up, we've got Marco.
Hello.
Yeah, well, not much of that. We can't find his ass because he didn't put a report in.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame.
Imagine I'm
Shame.
ringing a bell. Shame.
Shame. Shame on the Creed Gamer, who had a pretty solid week. 2-1. I mean, really good stuff, but I have no idea what happened other than he went 2-1. Looks like looks like it was pretty official on the banners and stuff. I'd like to know what happened, but I can't report on it. So all we can say is 2-1. Off to a decent start for Marco Polo.
Infinem and
Beyond.
there we go. I got to reverse that. I got to do that this time. Anyway, 3-0.
Yeah, but see, I would mind it because I didn't know you're going to do that. You try to trip me up, it didn't work, son of.
Yeah, 3-0 for Infinem this week. Round 1 and strange. It was a full FU defense to beat,
Ooh.
but his opponent didn't set a full defense. He missed a team on the back, so he set a full FU on the front, but failed to set a full territory on the back. So, advantage to Infinem, and,
As to Infinem, for God's sake.
Exactly, as things usually go with the FU. Not enough.
Talk about the rich
win.
getting richer. Good Lord.
Round 2, opponent had better mods, but not an R8 negotiator like Infinem does. But that held, and Infinem won with a full clear. Round 3, not a lot to work with in this round, as his opponent dropped only one match against his R8 negotiator. But an efficient offense saw Infinem win by 11 banners and give him the triple. 3-0 to Infinem.
Nicely done. Next up, we go to my favorite Canadian rocker, Andy Beads, who went 2-1 this week. Let's see what happened. He says, round 1, I set Kenobi fleet on defense. No, they didn't have negotiator malevolence. Full cleared their defense, got the W. Starting off well. Round 2, left negotiator defense because, well, just didn't change my defense. Was able to pull out a victory, mainly because my opponent waited to the very last 5 minutes to start attacking. And, they kind of ran out of time. Now, these things happen. And did not get the full clear. Yeah, so that they made a boo-boo. And then round 3 says, all that I can say is Darth Revan Malik. What a stupid team. I lost this round. I've been saying it. Darth Revan Malik. It's kind of like a galactic legend in 3v3. It's a very nice team, especially you have high speeds on Relic, Malik, Basilisk. It just makes your life miserable. So I feel you, Andy Beads. But still, strong week, 2-1 for Andy Beads.
And there is Division 6 with Vendetta.
Ooh.
Taking an early lead, as he usually does, no matter what division he's in. That's what he does. He takes an early lead. Will he be able to hold it this season? Because he was numero uno until the final week of Season 2, which he won't have been happy with. So I'm relatively certain he's going to want to do well in Division 6 if he doesn't get his ass promoted to Division 5 halfway through the season.
These things happen.
And if that happens, Infinem will be rubbing his hands with glee. But it's time to move on to Division 5.
All right.
And we begin with Scribe, who had... Scribbles! Yes. Scribbles, 2-1. Apart from a slacker on defense, the rest of the defense was pretty weak. Weak enough for Princess Scribbles to bag a flawless victory. Round 2 saw an efficiency battle as both competitors cleared the field. Despite some bad RNG, Scribe was more efficient and bagged the win. Round 3, Scribe succumbed to the butterfly effect as he lost his first match to JML JKL Watt. The subsequent double tap left him short on squads and he couldn't clear. So unfortunately, a 2-1 for Scribe this week.
All right, moving on to my favorite gentleman who plays SWGOH, Reynard the Fox. Would you like to hear stats for your pleasure? No?
Yes, well, I eat bratwurst and schnitzel.
Yes, it's delicious. We will have lots of creamy, delicious things. Renard, he continues on his winning ways. Nothing shocking to see here. Renard the Fox with the 3-0. Let's see how it played out. He says first week of 3v3 was almost the same as my last ended, just with more teams to set. Round 1 auto deployment. Moving on, nothing to report here. Round 2 says was an efficiency battle where my risky attacks paid off, although opponent double tapped the 501st Clones team, and that's all it took for Renard. You give him an opening, that's all it takes. And then round 3, opponent was extremely balanced roster, which caused me to go short on offense with no backup in case it failed. So I had to get my defense stronger. Long story short, opponent was a no-show. 3-0, at least round 2 was interesting. Hope to meet new Division 5 mates in the next week so we can have some fun with GACenter. He's pimping our channel with what he's saying. So thank you, Ronald. We will always pimp your stuff. It's cool. Yeah.
And Mr. Bojangles, another new competitor, a name everybody knows. It's Mr. Bojangles. Oh yes. Well, started off with a 2-1. Had a great start in round 1. Picked up a flawless victory, and it was against a friend. Always nice.
Oh, yeah.
When you can, play against.
Beat the crap out of your friend.
Nothing like taking one of your friends to school. Round 2 looked like an easy match to win until he put the wrong tech on C during a C Watt Ray counter. Well, the loss ultimately cost him the round by 20 banners.
No.
So the wrong tech cost him the round. Round 3, really tough defense, but thanks to a few assists from chat, ended up getting a flawless victory. So it ended up being a strong week. 2-1 for Mr. Bojangles.
There we go. Next up, hold on to your horses, everybody. It is time for Starlight Magic herself, the world famous Kate Gaming, who starts off this season of GAC like we like to see it. 3-0. I'm sorry, paparazzis, no photography. Get the hell out of here. Get that damn camera out of here. Don't let me get security on you. But 3-0 from Kate. Let's see what Kate how I can't talk all of a sudden, how her week went. Round 1 says, opponent went heavy on defense. I got the full clear, and opponent could get past either front wall. Nice. Round 2 says, got the one-shot full clear. Opponent was a no-show. One of those, eh? Round 3 says, got the one-shot full clear. Opponent went full offense, but got stuck on both my fleets. So Kate's defense representing strong, and she's got the 3-0.
And we move on to another bounty honey, Geek Girl, with another bounty honey with 3-0. So all 3 rounds were super easy. Apparently, they were all super easy. Round 1, opponent auto deployed and then did not show. So auto deploy followed by a DNF. That's a victory in anyone's book.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Round 2 went full FU with the heavy D.
Damn.
But when you go heavy D, you tend to get, you tend not to get a full clear unless you're really good. And obviously her opponent wasn't. So Geek Girl won. Round 3 was an easy defense and Geek Girl got the full clear to round out a wonderful 3-0 for the
nice start for Geek Girl, because she's had some weeks where it's been a little rough, and she's had some rough weeks, Pat, in the past. I'd like to see that she's starting off 3-0.
3-0's great start.
Yes, it is. All right, the next is Darth Laquita, and this is a new person, and I had to make sure I said the name right. Darth Laquita, because Darth Lawinner was already taken. So there's no quitting in this Sith. And he went 2-1. It says round 1 was an auto deploy. It says 2007 banner win. Had some fun, and Stick Ray took out Relic 7 GG after 7 attempts with my leftovers. Well, these things happen. Round 2 says a fairly even matchup, efficiency banners and clean wins on fleet. Got back 3 or 4 banners with a well-timed play ship reinforcement. Nicely done, sir. Opponent had a cleanup run or 2, and I won by 1 banner. Wow, 1 banner win. Then round 3 says even match. We both put SLK on defense. He cleared mine. I stumbled on clearing his and lost with 1,683 banners, only clearing 2 zones. He says he did get to experiment with a few matchups like Triumphant and Rebels and showed the viewers why we don't use Nesta solo Geos when they have a relic Geo spy. Yes, Laquita, these are important things to learn. It's good to test these things out, but 2-1, not a bad start. Way to go.
And there is Division 5, and look who's at the top. Would you, Adam and Eva? It's Renard the Fox. I mean,
well,
are you really that surprised, Ranger?
No,
I mean,
I'm really not.
I'm not surprised either. The man likes to get his banners when he gets his 3-0s. He's not like Fortmore, who would just like to win. Renard likes to win and look good while doing it.
And to enjoy himself, y'all.
But Kate Gaming and Geek
Mhm.
Girl holding
Look at
their
that.
own, undefeated, keep them records.
Starting
And
strong.
hey, everybody needs to remember that, hey, Season 1 and Season 2 may have been 6 and 4 months respectively. All future seasons are only 3 months long, so it's a shorter season, so you really don't want to be messing up. Keep that undefeated run going. Okay, so let's move on to the most important division of all, my division, Division 4.
That's not what that means.
Yeah, well, I'm making it that. It's my division. It's the most important division. Okay, anyway, we start off with Urza, the heartthrob of the Outer Rim.
Oh my God, what happened?
A good start in the new format. Everything started well with a win in round 1, but the weirdest thing happened in round 2. Both competitors were DNS. Urza didn't show up, and his opponent didn't show up. So if Urza had just showed up and fought, he would have won. And round 3, close. It was a loss, but only by 13 banners. So he'll be kicking himself that he wasn't able to, for whatever reason, compete in round 2.
Well, there's going to be some carbonite spraying in the hall. That's all I got to say. Urza is not a happy camper. All right. We move on to my man with the plan, Tilo Med 92, who went 2-1 this week. Let's see what happened. He says round 1 got the auto deploy. He said should have been a quick and easy in and out, but turned into madness after I lost SLKR to game crash in my first fight.
Yeah, I watched that. It was so heartbreaking. The first match, the first round of the first week, and it's a crash.
It's managed to win, but ugly fight. But you know what? You got to win. Round 2, what should have been an okay fight turned to intense when I forgot to set defense, only leaving 3 teams on the bottom wall. What are you doing, man? Got busy with work and still had a decent chance to win. However, due to giving my opponent a pretty big advantage, yeah, you did, and my not so clean performance, yeah, that doesn't help. They managed to win by 3 points. 3 points,
3 points? Oh my God.
Oh my God. And you didn't set teams. What are you doing? Oh boy. And then round 3, easy win. No problem. So he's able to get to 2-1, but Tilo, what are we doing?
Tilo. What are we going to do with you?
Oh my goodness. All right, 2-1 for Tilo.
And we move on to the Llama, who also had a bad week. Round 1. Now, the start of the week, you know, you want a full clear. You know, it was an auto-deploy opponent, and, that's just what happens at the start of the month. So, good start. Now, round 2, the loss came from getting stuck on fleet. So, they're not going to be happy with that. And round 3 was just one of those FU defenses. Both GLs and a stacked back wall. The Llama does not like 3v3 or 1 and 2 for the Llama.
We're going to have to help the Llama before she starts biting stuff and spitting on posts. All right. Oh, God. All right. Let's cover this wanker. Oh, God. 3-0 for Nev. Let's see what happened. I'm sure he wrote a long Gettysburg Address.
Don't write the Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah. 3-0 triple whammy. He just wanted to let us know that he had a 3-0 triple whammy. Said round 1 began and I had to double tap a Jedi Revan team, but that was due to me selecting the wrong team. My Empire secured a solid hold, which was a surprise, and my negotiator got 3 soft holds, so nice win. Round 2 was a full clear with a nice score, but my opponent was a DNS, so easy victory. Then round 3 was going to be a challenge, so I thought. My opponent's roster was much like my own, minus the Jedi League plus all the relic separatists. I one-shot the guy's board, but not before witnessing a total collapse from them as they failed to clear the bomb territories, getting stuck on Mon Mothma and failing to beat my Empire fleet. Flawless victory. All my opponents put too much up front and didn't save for offense. That's an interesting observation. So 3-0 for Nev. Apparently he got a triple whammy or
Yeah,
something.
I got a triple whammy.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good, Nev. Nicely done, sir.
On to Spartan. But he's easy.
Spartan,
but he's easy.
He's easy.
Yeah,
He's easy about being
Spartan
a Spartan.
kicking in with a 3-0 right at the start.
All right.
Now, round one was a full clear. Opponent was a DNS, so you kind of, we all, not everybody gets them, but the majority of competitors get them. Round two wasn't confident, knowing his opponent had a GL, and he didn't. But he didn't put it on defense, so got the win by several banners. Round three. Now, if he wasn't confident against one GL, I'm dread to think what he was thinking in round three because it was against more GLs. But again, Spartan dominated the match and won by more banners. So no clearance, no triple whammy, no triple crown. But when you're up against GLs in 2 rounds, it's not likely to happen. So really, really good 3-0 from Spartan.
All right, we move on to Rico. Suave, who went 2-1 this week. Not as smooth as we were led to believe. Let's see what happened. It says, not much special to report. 1 win because no show opponent, 1 unofficially, and the loss on a bad call that I normally do not make. Round 3 just wasn't my round. Don't like the GAC much with all the extra teams in 3v3 yet, but trying to change that. So he's not feeling the 3v3 now.
No.
It's affecting his suaveness, and it's letting him. I mean, he went 2-1, still a good week, but it's just not feeling it right now.
The suaveness will return as soon as he hits a 3-0.
Yeah, they'll be like, I love this so much. This is the best thing since sliced bread. Let me tell you, folks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, on to Rand B. Another 2-1. Rand is actually liking the feel of the new format. He's
Sure.
really, really digging the new format. So round 1, an opponent setting an auto deploy. There we go. It's always a good way to start the week, though, because you're going to get the win. Round 2, and Rand's opponent squeezed out a win as Rand got a little bit sloppy on his ground offense, and he got out-bannered. Round 3, though, strong finish with a full clear. Still had to go to the kitchen sink in his roster to get it, but that's what you got to do. And if you've got a fluffy bottom, at least you can do it. So 2-1 for Rand B.
All right, moving on to my man, the Tickle Tank Master himself.
Tickle Tank Master.
No one knows the Tickle Tank better than Jigabachi. Of course, that's who I'm speaking of. The man with the best hair in SWGOH. Many multicolored hair. You never know what you're going to see with Jig, and that's what I love about it. 3-0 from Jig. He's continuing on his winning ways, Nev. He has absolutely been on a run lately. Round 1 said I said a defense to a lot I should have lost. My paper bag defense got roached, and I smushed his matching light defense. Round 2, he won by 70 banners. He won by 36 banners the first round. Round 2, he won by 32. This one was closer. It says, cool dude from Iceland that joined the chat and did back-to-back battles. My defense caused him all kinds of trouble, and I just cruised. And then round 3, he again went about by, 31-42. Said, skunked a Nuke Dooku battle right at the opening and had to get my gray matter right. I got crazy holds on my defense and was stripping banners. So I just never got the handle on setting a good mix on defense for this GSC. In the end, my GSC history is going to look like pure chaos. That's a good thing, right? When you go 3-0, that's just the way it's supposed to, Jigabachi. So well done.
Okay, we're moving on to Fortmore. I am back in the same division as my rival. I am looking forward to this season.
Yeah, sure.
Well, here's the thing.
No, you say this all the time, man.
No. Look, I am gonna get stomped.
Here we go.
Just listen to the report. Because we're all gonna get stomped if he gets weeks like this every single week. Round 1, auto deploy and a DNS, easy win. Round 2, another auto deploy and another DNS, 2 in a row. Round 3, another win and another DNS. I mean, at least this
His
opponent,
reputation precedes
this
the
opponent
season.
had the courtesy to set a defense before, so he actually got to play the new format. But 3 DNSs. 3.
Scared, man.
That's just not fair.
His
I think
reputation
that happened.
precedes him.
That happened once last season to Stone. So just 3 DNSs. If he keeps getting that, but he didn't get the banners, and I know he doesn't care about the banners, but
Nope, it's all about the
you need to
spreadsheet,
care
baby.
about the banners this season. You need to care about them this season.
Yeah. So moving on, we go to the true Dark Lord of the Sith. Yeah, it's me, Darth Kermit. Yeah. Let's see how my namesake lived up to the reputation. 3-0 for Darth Kermit. Says this was an odd one. I had 2 people set super weak defense that let me get almost max points. Round 1, opponent couldn't get through my DRM or CLS. He won easily. Round 2, opponent didn't attack, but left a super easy defense for me. Round 3, opponent went super heavy offense, but I was much more efficient. Another easy banner. I mean, Darth Kermit's just saying, look, give me some game, bro. But 3-0 from Darth Kermit, starting off the season strong.
8,576. Oh my
Not
god.
too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. And it's Mr. Awesome. It's Calvin Awesome time.
Oh my god. Here we go.
3-0.
Yep. 3-0.
Round 1 and a win against a DNS. But
Shocking.
nice for Calvin that, his opponent set a weak defense, allowing for some high scoring. And, you need to get some feels for, this new format. So auto deploys and DNSs ain't going to cut it. You actually need people to set defenses so that you can get a feel. Round 2, you cannot go heavy D against Calvin and expect to clear his defense. This opponent was lucky to get 1 territory as Calvin cleaned this guy's clock and won the round. Wow. Round 3, a light defense that Calvin took apart on his way to a triple whammy. 3-0, triple whammy for Calvin.
All right, we move on to our next contender. You've heard of Jango Fett, you've heard of Boba Fett, but have you heard of their Southern style gentleman, Boba Fett? Boba Fett went 3-0, had a great week. Let's see how he did. He says 3-0 with 3 one-shot full clears. Round 1, genius opponent. God, Boba writes this. Genius opponent set a heavy defense, but kept ready for offense. I got the one-shot full clear. Opponent cleared 1 zone, 5 squads total. That's not going to cut it. Not against Boma. Round 2 says another tough D, but still got the one-shot full clear. Opponent cleared 2 zones, 9 squads in total. He took 4 battles to beat my Newt, 4 to beat my Phoenix. Really, 4 to beat your Phoenix? Damn.
Bloody hell, damn.
And 2 each on my left bounty hunters and Poggle squads. Jeez. Round 3, opponent tried to play Peekaboo by putting some tough squads in the back. No real problems for me clearing. He never even bothered to attack. So he tried to do the FU in the back line defense against them. Didn't matter. Bowman had this locked in. Yeah. Look at that. Look at those stats.
That's a beautiful
stats.
Yeah, that is a beautiful set of stats, that.
Yes, it is.
Triple crown, 14 holds, and 8,000.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's a really, really good week, that. Calvin, have you met your match? And there is Division 4. Darth Kermit is at the top.
Yay! Yeah, I'm a top.
But obviously, we've got we have more than half the division.
Oh God!
More than half the division undefeated. So yeah,
holy jeez, wow. Well, as I said, it's early days.
Yeah, all I care is that I'm above Fort Mort right now, so I just need to stay the course and hold.
Well, as long as he doesn't go 68-0 again, I think you might have a chance.
Oh God, yeah, no. If he does something like that, then I'm going to have a bad day.
You aim high, Nev. You aim high for your rifle, bro. That's all I got to say. You don't ever hear me saying, I'm going to shoot for Zareth. No, I'm just not going to doing that. No, I refuse.
Anyway, we are going to take a brief pause now. We're going to go to a break, and we'll be back in a
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GACenter Patreon Leaderboard, your weekly look at the monthly leaderboard for our Patreons at the Kyber Combatant level or higher. Just a reminder that only non-streamers get in on this board, so let's get to the names that made everything possible this week. BCM, Big Country Mags, goes 3-0. 7,965 banners for him. 39 wins, 2 losses, and 2 defensive holds. Not too shabby there, BCM. His report says 3-0, although he feels kind of cheap as only the second guy attacked and late. But a win is a win, he says, and I agree. Boulder Doobies, also known as D. 2-1 this week, 66-27 in banners, 30 up, 2 down, 1 hold. He reports that CG may have found a way to make 3v3 interesting. He's stunned that they have, fractured some of his discontent with 3's GAC, and he's off to a staggering start. 2-1 is not too shabby, D. Congratulations. A newcomer to the board this month, Darth Kermit. He goes 3-0 with 9,477 banners, 48 wins, 1 loss, 4 defensive holds. He filed the report as such. Round 1, he got off to a full clear with 1 loss. He got the win by 16 banners. His second round opponent lost 2 battles against his front zone and didn't bother with the back. Round 3, he was able to one-shot full clear, while his opponent lost to his Night Sisters, 47 banner win. He's absolutely happy to be 3-0. And, by the way, with 48 wins, that is a triple whammy. He did not get the crown because he did drop 1 battle, but nonetheless, great job, Darth Kermit. Also, you have to contend with our next person, Dr. Jojo. 8,867 banners, 45 wins, 4 losses, 10 defensive holds. Now, if you've been paying attention, Dr. Jojo, who went 3-0, ties with Darth Kermit as far as the win-loss record, but Darth Kermit does have the banner advantage. He reports, round 1, they couldn't get past his Ray. Round 2, he faced an ex-guildmate who playfully told him that he should fear his Karth. 56 banners later, the fear dissipated, whereas he only could clear 1 zone. Round 3, his opponent never attacked despite the 2 losses. Round 3, his opponent never attacked it, and despite his 2 losses, he lost once on a newt and once on his 3v3 nemesis. He won't tell us who. And once against a... Round 3, his opponent never attacked, and despite his 2 losses, one against Newt, who is his, to me, my Padme, his Newt. And once his R8 Negotiator lost against a Radis, he still managed the 3-0. 4 strong, also 3-0, with exactly 6,700 banners, 30 up, 0 down, and 5 defensive holds. Interesting. He didn't report, but I think in his division, that is a triple crown. Congratulations, 4 strong. Hot Sauce, who's not a streamer but is included here because he's a Patreon of the show. He goes 1-2, surprisingly. 7,636 banners, 37 wins, 53 battle losses. He really threw the kitchen sink at it. And 28 defensive holds. So, they threw everything at him. He threw everything at them. Interesting time. And finally, Schnarman, 2-1, 62-37 in banners, 28 up, 2 down, 0 holds. Taking a look at the final boards for this week, Darth Kermit 3-0, as we mentioned, with a 600 banner lead. Dr. Jojo following right behind him with 8,800. BCM is also 3-0, 79.65 on his banners, so that puts him almost just over 900 behind Dr. Jojo. 4 strong. He, smaller division, he's not going to get as many banners. So he hopes that Darth Kermit, Dr. Jojo, and BCM all have a catastrophe befall them. D and Schnarman at 2-1, Hot Sauce at the bottom of the board, 1-2. Now you may be going, where did Sephironis go? Well, Sephironis is now a streamer, so you can catch him on GACenter on the first off night of an attack week right here on the Escape Podcast channel. And if you'd like to be included in these, just join our Patreon at the Kyber Combatant level or higher at patreon.com/theescapepod. And we would love to cover you as well. Be nice to each other, damn it. After these words, we'll be right back.
SWGOH.GG is your one-stop site for the raw data behind the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. From complete gear lists to intuitive stats behind all of your favorite holotable heroes. SWGOH.GG has it all. With a .GG account, you can get a complete view of your own roster, see how you match up against other players, and even check out the history of your own Grand Arena Championship matches. You can also see what your opponent used on you to give you a better understanding of counters and team compositions to improve your gameplay. Did you know that they also have some great Patreon features as well? Ad-free browsing of their site, guild information, and manual information requests are included in their 3 levels of Patreon support. Check out the site for more details. That's SWGOH.GG. Unleash your holotable potential today.
Welcome back, ladies and
Hey,
gents.
we're back. There we go. Okay.
Thank you for the Patreon board, Paul. And we are going to go straight into Division 3.
Ooh, we're climbing divisions.
And it's the Yeti.
Oh my god, he's so scary.
So scary. The Yeti with a triple whammy. Round 1, a 4 GL auto deploy for the Yeti. He still picked up the full clear, though, because after all, we are talking about the Yeti. Round 2, decent opponent, decent mods with 3 GLs, heavy D on the front, and a weak back lineup from Yeti paid off as Yeti attacked with all his GLs. The win was huge as his opponent failed to clear, so didn't get through the front line, so the gamble of putting the weak stuff on the back paid off. Round 3, decent opponent, bad mods. Slacker hid in the back, and Yeti's opponent set both get 2 fleets. Though Rebels, the Rebels didn't get it done, so win, but 1 loss with the Rebels, had to do a tidy up. So that was it. That last fleet match of round 3 stopped him getting the Triple Crown. Don't think he's going to be that fussed about it, though. 3-0.
Nicely done. All right, we move on to the Cowboy SWGOH. Here comes Wrangler, and he's one tough customer. 3-0. Nice to see from Wrangler starting off the season 3-0. Let's see what he wrote and how this wins. It's 3-0 this week. Round 1, got a Jar Jar defense auto set and full cleared it, but my opponent didn't show up to attack. Well, yeah, that usually happens if there's an auto set. I don't think they're going to make any good solid attacks against your defense. You've got good stuff. Round 2, so I thought I was going to be in for a rough one, but my opponent only attacked a couple teams and didn't clear any zones. So he says my full clear was lonely. Yeah, that's a lonely full clear. Round 3 says championship round. No one showed up again. I was left empty as my full clear withered on the vine. So he got all the full clears, Nev, but he just couldn't bask in the glory of the FCs. So, but still, great week from Wrangler 3-0.
The Wolf.
No, you said it in the Wolf. Jeez, that's all you had to say.
Well, the Wolf 3-0. Oh, lovely stats. I thought he'd got more holds, but when the stats came up, because you look at the report, you kind of got the feeling from the report that he got more holds. Anyway, round 1 and an opponent with a history of auto deploys. So Wolf saved a lot of offense. This opponent set a defense so weak that the Wolf was able to do 8 solos on his way to victory. 8 solos.
Can't do that against the Wolf.
Yeah. Round 2, the Wolf took advantage of his 20 relic buffer against his opponent. Both competitors saved their GLs for offense, but 2 dropped battles later, and the door to victory was opened for Wolf. Round 3, 2 GLs on D, but the Wolf was on a roll as he took his 3rd flawless victory for a triple crown.
Nicely done. All right, move on to my man Ricky P. You down with RKP?
Yeah, you know me.
Hell yeah. Says Ranger, wake up. Follow me, Ranger. I have something to show you. Yes, a 3-0. I see that, Ricky P. I'm with you, buddy. He says, round 1. You see this, Ranger? That's a stupid auto deploy. My opponent still attacked back, though. That's even more stupid than to root for Mace Windu to rework. Anyway, win. Follow me, Ranger. I'm with you. I'm following you. I'm following along here. Round 2 says, see here, my opponent did good, Ranger, but I did better. 29.94. What a score, right? Full clear, no fails, win. That's 2-0. Follow me, Ranger. I'm still with you. If you say it one more time, Ricky P, I'm going to punch you in your junk. Let's see what he says. Round 3 says, you thought that was a good score, Ranger? 29.96 on this round. Full clear, no fails, win. You know what that means, Ranger. Say it. Say it loud. Say it proud. 3-0. 3-0. RKP is loose. You're on your way to Cabber. There you go. Nicely done, Ricky.
Slugmug, another new name.
Hey.
2-1 for Slugmug. Round 1, Slugmug cleared the top, but got stuck behind the slacker. So no clearance, and his opponent did. So not the best start. But round 2 was an auto deploy. No full clear, but it's, it's not always a given that you're going to get a full clear, but still got the win. Round 3, a great end to the week with a flawless victory. Bagged a couple of undersized wins to boot as well. 2-1 for Slugmug. Good rescue of the week.
All right. Moving on to another new opponent, Heathen 13. I don't know if you know this now, but he's Boba Fett's actual brother.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
I knew you didn't know that. I thought I would share some information. Now, I don't know if he's the older, sexier brother or the younger, inexperienced brother. I don't know this, but I just know that they're actual brothers. So there you go. Let's see. You went 3-0, starting off well as he represents himself in the GACenter. He says, round 1, my opponent set a tough defense, but I had kept extra offense due to the changes in division and the extra squads that needed to be set. So I one full shot cleared him. He's only able to beat one of my teams. That sucks for that guy. Round 2, face another decent defense, and I dropped the battle to his Jedi Knight Luke team. But was able to clean it up and got the full clear. My opponent took one attempt against my Darth Kermit squad, failed, and gave up, having not cleared a single one of his teams. Wow. Round 3 says an easy one-shot full clear for me. My opponent cleared a few squads in each of my front zones, but wasn't able to clear either completely. My 3 opponents this week all attacked, but only able to clear a total of 7 of my squads on defense and 0 zones. Not too shabby to start your GACenter career there, Heathen. Well done, sir.
And we are on to Gridzy. Now, Gridon means business this season. He is he's coming into this season on a 15 unbeaten run. So the three wins here takes him to 18 matches unbeaten. 18. So just the report, you can tell that he's not messing around. He wants to keep this undefeated record going because he's doing round 1, Grid discovered that his opponent doesn't like slacker.
Well, that's
bit of scouting. Noticed that his opponent doesn't beat slacker. So what did Grid do? He puts his slacker down. One full clear later, and the flawless victory was Grid's. Round 2 maintained the heavy D that worked in round 1, and it worked to a treat in round 2. Grid cleared his opponent's 2 GLs and walked away with another flawless victory. Round 3, big 700k opponent. Grid was not fixing anything because nothing was broken, and his D destroyed his opponent, who could only take out 1 territory. Grid did have 1 double tap, but excellent form. 19 holds. 3-0 triple whammy for Grid.
I mean, I'm loving the Grid's been undefeated and is on this win streak, but he's 1 shoey away, man. That's all I'm saying.
From 1 shoey away.
1 shoey away from disaster. So.
And that is an impressive division.
Look at that.
That is impressive. Slugmug must be looking at that table going, oh my God, what have I got myself into?
Don't give up, Slug. We've seen it happen. You always have a bad week. It happens all the time. So
the wolf, take a picture. It'll last longer because
Mhm.
Yeti.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeti's coming.
if Yeti, I swear to God, if Yeti didn't have that 40L auto deploy in round 1, I mean, just look at what he scored. Can you imagine what his score would be if it hadn't been a 40L auto deploy? So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Okay, so we are going to move on to the biggest division.
Yes, this
of
has
the
the
show.
most opponents by far.
We have got over 20 competitors in Division 2.
It's something else, man. Jesus. All right, we start off with the Bounty Hunter Whisperer himself, Mr. Van Steel, who had a solid start, 2-1. He says round 1 was pretty stressed about the new format like most and ended up having too light of a defense. My opponent had 2 more GLs than me, so that also didn't help. I made a ton of mistakes and didn't get the full clear. Round 2 says started to get the hang of things, went a little heavier on defense, got the full clear with minimum errors, and my opponent couldn't get past 3 of my back teams. And then round 3 went even heavier on defense this time than the last round, leaving myself with barely enough teams for offense. I only have up 40 banners with a huge improvement for my first round, giving me a fairly good score, to which my opponent didn't even bother attacking. So, it says overall I'm thinking adjusting to the new format. Says, I think I'm adjusting to the new format quite well and working on so many B teams. This is starting to pay off. Yes, indeed. So 2-1 from the BH Whisperer.
This with a lovely score and an even lovelier 3-0. Great round 1 from Fisk, who only scored under 54 in 3 battles. That was it. 3 battles. He only scored less than 54. And that was on his road to victory, obviously. Round 2, and the opponent lost multiple matches. This thinks that he was kind of like just getting reacclimated to 3v3 again. This took advantage, and he even threw a match so that he could get the Rogue 1 feat on his way to the win. Round 3, very competitive, with this opponent one-shotting the board. Got a little bit sketchy, a little bit scary when one of his bounty hunter teams had a little bit of trouble and he lost a bounty hunter, but the win was still secured. 3-0 for Fisk.
Nicely done. We move on to the man who knows X's and knows better than anybody, and of course we're talking about the playbook Fatal, who went 3-0. Very nicely done from the playbook. He says round 1 opponent had a pretty relaxed defense in their history, so I imagine my surprise when it turns out that he had posted almost everything they had. With most of my strong teams coming on defense, I wasn't able to full clear, but I think I made a solid showing with what I had, and that's likely would have struggled to get more than one zone. They didn't tax, so it was an easy win. Round 2, everything they didn't tack, easy win. So round 1 and round 2, pretty uneventful. Round 3 is where it gets crazy. He says I strategically dropped a battle to cool down, pull their mallet Revan. With most of my name brand Jedi being committed to defense, I unstrategically dropped another battle by forcing Ayla security to take a battle above her pay grade. My Eternal Emperor wasn't modded health to handle race offense, being boosted by Hermit Yoda's teachings, and lost that battle. I dropped one more battle on the game to step in troopers against his Kylo so I could jam on his team. His Kylo wasn't feeling cooperative and killed my viewers immediately. Through it all, it says, fortunately, he says he got through it. 7 minutes left, only needing 6 more banners. My gas team made his stand and weathered the storm against 7 attempts on his life before the round ended. So it came down to the wire. All the stuff that was up here, it all came down to the wire. Gas holding strong. And with that, he says, in my mind, I still lost this match. I'm just grateful that I worked so hard on defense last season. Yes, you did, Fatal playbook. And boy, it paid off. He got the 3-0. Nicely done, sir, to start the GAC season.
That's no space station. That's a moon. Moon coming in with a 3-0 this week. Moon raced to unlock C just before the lock-in, and oh my god, did it pay off. Round 1, great start with a flawless victory, and his opponent didn't actually get to see his C on the back wall because he never made it. Round 2, game crash on Ray. On Ray. But perseverance and the fact that he was literally running on fumes, Moon still got the full clear. C standing tall on the back wall. Round 3, same as round 2. Moon's Sea would not go down. And he also picked up holds on the Empire fleet. Moon even had GLs left over after getting the flawless victory. After. He had 2 GLs left over after beating his opponents. So 3-0 for That's No Moon.
Nicely done, sir. Next up is the Mace lover himself. And I mean, when someone loves Mace as much as this guy, you think he needs professional help.
It's an unhealthy love.
It's very unhealthy. I think
Very
we need
unhealthy.
to have an intervention. Ram Bam, it hurts me inside when you talk about Mace the way you do. All right. Ram Bam, of course, is the man we're talking about. 2-1 from Ram Bam. He says, round 1, opponent didn't attack, and I knew he wouldn't based on his history and stats. Full clear. Round 2 says, went up against the only guy in my shard who was a monster and better in every stat and mod than me. Was surprised to even get a full clear, but still kept it within 40 banners, which is a solid push for me. In round 3, opponent couldn't float clear my back zone, secure me the win even after messing up on fleets. So rough week for Ram Bam. 2-1, starting off, solid. So we'll take it. If we can just get past the whole Mace thing, then please, God. Please.
And we move on to you.
Me?
You.
Me?
Yeah. I mean, your report was short and sweet.
Yeah.
All 3
always
rounds
talk
went
about
off
it.
without a hitch.
Yeah.
But your round 2 opponent was a DNS, and you had 2 teams that tried and failed.
Yeah, I got
there were
cheeky.
only hiccups. Literally, you just got those 2 losses there. But it wasn't like obvious losses. It was like 2 new teams that you tried that didn't work.
Yeah, I was cheeky. I could have been perfect, but you know what? You got to do these things. I tried against a bounty hunter team. No, I tried a bounty hunter team versus a clone team that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it. And then I tried a lesser Imperial Trooper team against the Night Sister. I want to see how it played out, and it didn't quite did it. I still killed some of the characters, but I didn't get the win on those. So I had to go in and clean it up. But it was, I mean, the thing I saw with my opponents is light defenses. They all set defenses super light, had the same amount of GLs as me, but just didn't set anything. I mean, they went super light. I mean, I soloed a lot of stuff. So I mean, it was crazy. And I put a decent defense down, and I was shocked to see how light the defense is. So I'm kind of noticing that trend, Nev. We were talking about it. A lot of people not sure what to do. They're going super light on defense just to make sure they get their banner. So we'll see if that trend continues.
Okay.
All right. So we've covered me enough.
Covered you enough. Yes.
Yeah. Next up is my man, the Nooch.
It's Nooch time.
Noochie time. He went 3-0. It's his first round, perfect cleared. Opponent failed against Night Sisters in front and just quit. These things happen. Second round was new negotiator, not a clean clear, but ships held. And then championship round, auto defense. What? That's all the new chats to say. What? What? In the championship round, he got a auto defense. Maybe it's fun. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but the Nooch, great start for the Nooch. 3-0. Really good job.
And we move on to Paul. Paul with a 2-1 this week.
All right, Paul. All right.
Round 1, great start for Paul. He picked up a full clear and got a great hold from Mon Mothma. So, confidence was high. Round 2, another full clear and more solid holds. This time coming from Chimera and the Bounty Hunters. So, he was going into round 3, 2-0, looking for that elusive first triple. Round 3, confidence of the 3-0 was high. Paul attacked first, and he set a chase score of 30-82. Not the highest chase score to set, but not bad. His opponent just got a more efficient full clear. So, Paul is going to have to wait for the whammy that eludes him so much.
Yeah, there we go. All right, but still 2-1. We'll take it from Paul, man. We'll take it. All right, next we move on to Mud Bum in his little mud clay hut, this little mud clay lawn, doing muddy things. I can tell when Mud Bum had a pretty rough week, even though he went 2-1, because his reports are pretty distinct about what he writes and stuff. Says round 1, easy win, crush on banners. Round 2, same. Round 3, Lost. Opponent played well in efficiency, and I dropped a battle. Rip. That's
Yeah.
all I got from Mud
Yeah,
Bumps.
he literally just got back from vacay today,
I know he
so
did.
that's why his report was so short.
I love it. I thought it was funny.
And we move on to Lolinda, one of our foreign contingent.
Yes.
3-0. Round 1 was an auto deploy. Lolinda got the win, but didn't get the full clear. You're not always going to get the full clear. Sometimes you just get nightmare auto deploys that you just can't get past. Round 2, and his opponent put down too strong a defense, and it stopped him getting a clearance over Lolinda. Lolinda, again, got the win, but didn't get the clearance, obviously, because, he put a proper defense down. Round 3, a victory, but it was close. It was a close one. Lolinda securing the victory with literally his last squad, the last squad of his roster. 3-0 for Lolinda.
Nicely done, sir. The lazy turtle. Oh my goodness.
The laziest of turtles.
That doesn't get much more. And when you're a turtle and you're lazy, that's not good.
No.
But 2-1. Let's see how it played out for him. He writes, round 1 faced a guy who's a pretty solid defense. I dropped a battle because I thought SLKR could solo Bastila, Jedi Master Luke, and Hermit. Yeah, okay. And the answer was no. I dropped a total of 3 battles and was nervous. My defense did its work and made him drop 4, so I pulled out the win. Round 2, I don't know how this guy won his first round because his roster mods were significantly worse than mine, and that's saying something because my mods suck. I murdered his defense and it wasn't close. Round 3, he makes it to the finals, Nev, and he says, I faced this guy a while back and it's excited to get redemption. A redemptive story, huh? He cleared first and ended up dropping 1 battle on my noon. I was clearing him and perfectly clearing his squads. I got the fleets and only needed 57 on each to win. I got unlucky and dropped a battle on his malevolence. Then I finished clearing and lost by 3 banners. This one hurt extra because for the first time ever, I started to be in contention for top 50, which was cool, but the dream was over. Hear me now, believe me later. This will be my only loss this month. So Lazy Turtle is throwing down the gauntlet, saying he's going to win the rest of GAC, going a perfect 9-0. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, yes. On to Kioi, who had a really, really good week, actually. I mean, 9,414 is a decent score, especially when you take into consideration there are 4 losses in there. So, round 1, his opponent lost to GL Ray and the Viagra twins on multiple occasions. This led to victory for Kioi. Round 2, opponent set all 4 GLs on the front line. Even with a loss to JML, Kioi came back and bust through that front wall to win, getting a hold with his Ray, because obviously his opponent put all his GLs on defense and saved none for offense. So he was never getting past that Ray. Round 3, an opponent looking for revenge. Someone who previously fought Kioi. Both competitors saved their 3 GLs for offense. Oh, it was one shots all around, but Kioi done good, and his opponent will have to wait for his revenge. 3-0 for Kioi.
All right, next up we have a new competitor representing the Cubby Nation. Sure is. You better live up to the expectation of being a Cubs fan. Harry Carey here. I'm going to lambaste you if you fail. 2-1 for our new competitor, Go Cubs. I've actually faced him in GAC before. He's really good player, but had a solid start. Let's see what happened. He went 2-1. This is round 1, auto set wins, but 1 shot full cleared, knowing that that was most likely coming. So nicely done. Round 2 says crazy good efficiency GAC player with 825k lifetime banners. I knew I needed to take a chance going into fleet and failed on Maul Marauder Royal Guard comp twice. Oh no. Lost by 30 banners. So that was where the loss occurred. And then round 3, solid opponent, but they tripped up 3 times, including STH, whom now has 54 lifetime GAC holds, won by nearly 80 banners. So tough opponent round 2, but he stayed strong. 2-1. Nice start to go for Go Cubs in his GAC current center career.
And we're on to Thad. Even
what
Thad.
The hell is this?
I know. Even Thad scored a 2-1. Thad. So anyway, going nerdy. Round 1, and Thad got the win. his opponent forgot to set a full defense, so Thad was always going to take advantage of that. Round 2 was close, with Thad being edged out by only 15 banners. Round 3 was the bounce back, though, as he full cleared, even though he did make some very poor choices on offense. 2-1 for Thaddeus.
I mean, we'll take it from him. 2-1. Good Lord.
He will take that.
Well, what do you know? It's end all be all. I know this guy very well. We meet again, end all be all, for the first and last time. Well, what a surprise. End all went 3-0 again. Says round 1 warm-up match. Opponent could only clear 2 zones, so I dropped the battle to complete some feats. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice when
it's nice if you can do that, isn't it? Yeah.
Says round 2 matchup with War Sheep from Mighty Chlorians. One shot the board and prevented the full clear. Nothing surprising there. Then round 3, Gambit Fight Night. One shot the board and prevented the full clear. It's just what he does, folks. Yeah. End all be all is the end all be all, because he went 3-0 again.
Now, here's an interesting one.
Look at this.
Yeah. Dr. Zeppers with a triple whammy and a beautiful score. I mean, that's a good score. That is a really good score. Fantastic. So round 1, Zeppers out-GL'd his opponent. He kept them all for offense and went heavy D on fleet instead. The strategy won the round. Got the holds on fleet. Got the win on the ground. Round 2, a no GAC history opponent. No need to worry, as it was an auto-deploy. Easy win by flawless victory. Round 3, Zeppa's opponent went first and set a chase target of 3125. Nice and tidy. It's 3100. It's above the line of shame. With only 1 GL on defense. Like, Zeppers blew him out of the water, scoring 3152 and winning by 27 banners. Triple whammy for Dr. Zeppers.
Well done indeed. All right, next we move on to DPK. I'm talking about Deadpool Kyle. Not much to report, actually. He went 2-1, but he says round 1 was an auto deploy. Nothing to report there. It then said was busy dealing with issues and had someone play my account. So he only fought the first round. So the other 2, someone else got him the win. So 2-1. Real life stuff happens now, but
we've said this since the beginning of the show. Sometimes life gets in the way and you can't stream, or you need to. Hey, remember in season 2, Bitcoin had a head injury. Somebody had to sub in for him on that occasion, and sometimes real life just gets in the way. So we're not going to hold real life getting in the way of the competitors. So
there you go.
DB kicking in right at the start with a 3-0. He needs this.
Well.
He so needs this, because he'll even admit it himself. He's had some pretty underwhelming performances over the past several months in season 1 and season 2 of the show. So this could be his season. We know he is capable of going several months undefeated. Is this going to be his time? Round 1, a defensive masterclass secured the victory as DB plowed through his opponents for a flawless victory. Round 2, a defense that could only be described as FU, I ain't playing, in that the guy literally put everything on defense. DB didn't get the full clear on the way to victory, but then, his opponent posted no wins and 3 losses, which is going to happen if you put everything on defense, like literally everything. Round 3, a close match with both competitors balancing defense and offense. DB played smart, opting for weaker teams to get the wins on the front, saving as much of his heavy hitters as he could from solos on the back wall. And it paid off in spades. He got the win by 6 banners. 3-0 for DB.
All right, we move on to my man Bitcoin, the best cryptocurrency, and SWGOH.gg. Where SWGOH related content is needed. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency for the SWGOH game. 3-0 for Bitcoin. Says round 1, I set up 1 GL and told him I would because it was 4-2. He never reached it by not clearing half the map. I dropped the battle to do a rogue 1 feat. It still got the easy win. Round didn't clear my map either. I got 3150, but I had a few very close calls. And then round 3, his defense was Ray and Pleb team, so I got 3176 to his 3080. No problems for Bitcoin, doing what Bitcoin does, and that's going 3-0.
And we're on to Bulldog, who came out, who retired and then quickly came out of retirement, so he's back, but clearly not back to his undefeated winning ways.
Sure.
Bulldog currently holds the GACenter record for the longest streak, 72 rounds undefeated. Walk came close, but lost it by 7. Anyway, round 1 and round 2 were nice and easy, as his opponents struggled against the Bulldog defense. Round 3, however, was a different story. Bulldog got cocky and lost to Slacker with a JKL counter. And adding insult to injury and piling on the misery, he lost to Ray with his Slacker for the first time ever.
Wow.
And he couldn't recover from that, and he could not clear. 2-1 for Bulldog.
All right, we move on to my brother from another mother. I'm talking about my Rangers lead the way, man, for the plan. Ando, who had a rough start to the season, but 2-1, still solid. He said round 1, lifetime banners proved he was a good opponent. Got stuck on bounty hunters, can only clear 2 zones. Full clear 1 shot on Ando's side. Round 2, lifetime banners suggested again he was another good opponent, but he got stuck on Jedi Knight Luke and could only clear 2 zones. Full clear, I double tapped a ship due to crash. But still got it done. So he even had a crash Nev and still got the job done. Round 3, this is where the rubber met the road. He says, lifetime banner suggests he was another good opponent. And here's where the regrets came in. I tried or lead versus their Mon Mothma. The dispelled happened against Mando right before I achieved contract, so I couldn't disintegrate until second turn, which I got, but their continued target of Mando caused me to lose. He one shot, and I lost by 10 points. So if I just took in Trey and got the bench for the first time when this is a 3-0, but alas, alcohol, LOL. Hashtag, he says,
Ando, God, what are the hashtags?
Yeah, here we go. Hashtag Ando Lives Matters. Hashtag 33% chance to dispel. Hashtag I'll take those odds. And hashtag still 3 times 69 champ. Sure. Let's go with that.
And we finally get to the Division 2 table. There are that many people in it. We have a top.
There's that
and
many
a bottom
competitors,
half.
folks.
So as you can imagine, the bottom half are all of the people that did not go undefeated in the first week. Nobody went 1 and 2 though.
That's
no
good.
1 and 2s. That's good. Does mean that it's competitive. So we've got everybody there at 2 and 1. Even Ando's down there in the bottom. Look at that. We got Rambam in the bottom. We've got Mubbum in the bottom. We've got DPK Ando. Go Cubs. So let's see who's in the top of Division 2. It's Bitcoin at the top and end all be all. Oh, what a surprise.
Oh, gosh.
I'm seriously, that is so not surprising.
I'm having Premier League.
You're having Premier League flashbacks.
Yeah, PTSD is kicking in with the Premier League.
Premier League flashbacks behind Bitcoin and end all.
Again.
Yeah. Look, I mean, Dr. Zeppers must be happy with that.
Yes, I'm very happy for Dr. Zeppers.
He's going to be very, very happy.
A lot of great competitors in this division.
It's just bonkers. I mean, there is less than 50 banners between the top 6. I know it's only the first week, but for the top 6 to be separated by like 50 banners, it's just nuts. So less than 50 banners separating the top 6.
Yeah. So
yes.
Here we go.
Anyway, we are going to take a brief pause for we're going to take a brief pause for a break.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the escape pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also, be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Podcast.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact Shitty Bill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
SWGOH.GG is your one-stop site for the raw data behind the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. From complete gear lists to intuitive stats behind all of your favorite holotable heroes. SWGOH.GG has it all. With a .GG account, you can get a complete view of your own roster, see how you match up against other players, and even check out the history of your own Grand Arena Championship matches. You can also see what your opponent used on you to give you a better understanding of counters and team compositions to improve your gameplay. Did you know that they also have some great Patreon features as well? Ad-free browsing of their site, guild information, and manual information requests are included in their 3 levels of Patreon support. Check out the site for more details. That's SWGOH.GG. Unleash your holotable potential today.
And we're back.
Hey, welcome back.
It's time for the big boys.
Big account.
It's
Yeah, it's a
Division 1.
Yeah.
7.8 mil GB required for this division. Who do we start off with? We start off with Warrior with a 3-0. He is going to be happy with that. Round
I'm
1
happy to see that.
and round 2 were tough, fought, very close, but Warrior pulled off solid wins. Round 3 was against a guildmate. So someone he knows well, someone he's going to be chatting with. It was a live match. They went battle for battle. The lead swapped several times, and it all came down to which is what you want to see. It all came down to the last battle, and it was Fleet. Warrior was victor by 2 banners, securing that 3-0.
All right, we move to the great emperor himself, Zareth. He's the great grandson of Xerxes from the Persian Empire. Round 1, well, I mean, he's 3-0. I mean, Zareth continues what Zareth does. His round 1 guy said all his weakest teams give me a layup. So I played Soul's Alt, he said, on stream and won that one instead. So yeah, there you go. Round 2 says full efficiency guy while I was on vacation. I failed 1 attack on fleets, but otherwise I played well. He couldn't clear because 15 good teams on defense is really hard to get through. Round 3, save as above, since I didn't fail in fleets. He couldn't clear because 15 good teams on defense is still really hard to get through. He wanted to remind you, Nev, both alts also won all 3. He also wanted to say hashtag alt lives matters. Hashtag not in the same group as Bitcoin finally. So he's happy about that.
Okay, we move on to another new competitor. Tassanex.
Hey.
Yes, coming in with his first week. It's a 2-1. A lot of the new guys, I think there's a little bit of nervousness. There's a little bit of nervousness from these new guys because they've all been finishing 2-1. So apart from Heathen. Anyway, round 1 was an auto deployed, so win and feats for our new competitor. Round 2, smooth sailing as his opponent set light defenses, so nice easy win. Round 3, his opponent struggled, but got a full clear. Now, everything was going fine for Tassanex until the back wall showed a slacker Daka zombie. Yeah, he started the fight. A timeout was inevitable. See, just double countering zombie, the turn meter getting loaded, and that stopped the full clear, unfortunately, and it stopped the win. So 2-1 for Tassanex.
All right. Second, I am shocked. What is happening?
Shock and
Solo,
horror.
because we all know teamwork is not in his vocabulary. 2-1 from Solo. I had to relook at this. I couldn't believe it. It says 2-1. Let's see what happens. It says round 1. Welcome to expanding 3v3 where everyone wants to play efficiency. He said no GLs. We had to pinch banners. We tied. He had the higher GP.
Oh, no
So
way. That
his loss was
sucks.
based off a tie and the
Oh,
highest GP.
no. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Round 2, because the opponent has not placed less than 3 GLs on defense in the year 2021. He placed no GLs on defense this round, though he did place both get 2 fleets. He lost on ground and ships, and I won by 40. Round 3, I was sick of efficiency, so I set 3 GLs on defense and then spotted my opponent 20 banners on my first fight by clicking the wrong team. He still won by 23. So other than the tie,
They give him a 20 spot and he still won by 23.
yeah, so 1 by 23. He says, hashtag start placing actual defense, people. Yeah, I'm with you there, brother. Solo 2-1 on the tie. Damn.
Indigo coming in with a 2-1. Round
All right.
1 wasn't too bad. A couple of mistakes as he pulled out a 2-banner win. Round 2, much tougher than round 1. Solid ground game, but nearly lost it on fleet. It was it was a good job he had a 20-banner lead going in, or the negotiator double tap that he had to do would have lost him the match. Round 3 was just a clusterfuck. Outmodded to the moon, having lost the first match. He basically conceded and took the opportunity to experiment on some of those teams with some new counters. 2-1 for Indigo.
All right, we move on to the lightsaber builder himself. I'm talking about the sexy Buddha, Sir Loki from RSG.
Look at that banner score.
Loki was a machine. I sat through
my
his
God.
matches other than the last one. We'll get to that. So round 1, he says, when trying to get my feet wet again, not only with my new 3v3, but now we got more teams. I said a semi-light defense, in my opinion, just to be sure, engage what I got on offense. But 2 GLs down to a bunch of B and C teams and Darth Rabbit. Surprisingly, my opponent struggled on my Night Sisters team, had 5 holds. And Newt Jingo L3 team had a lot of holds too. We both full clear, but I had the better score, easily beat him like by 100. I felt like I could have went heavier in defense. So in round 2, he did. Round 2 win. I laid down a tougher defense with tougher B and C teams, still with only 2 GLs on defense as well. My opponent historically loves to set 4 GLs on defense on me all the time. So I was surprised he kept all his GLs for offense. My opponent still struggled to full clear me and dropped a ton of banners and lost by, again, he wins by 100 points. Round 3, this one was this is just him kind of screwing around with his a friend of his, a guildie, and so they just kind of did the cheese bowl stuff, and he got the win by 2 points. But yeah, he was on a little bit of a vacation doing this, but yeah, it was a nice easy win. Look at that score, 10K banners. Loki was not dicking around.
Yeah,
start
no,
GAC.
he's not now that he's in the big leads and he's at the top. He's stamping down his authority.
Yes, he is. The authority has been named.
Authority. Okay, we're moving on to good old Maurice, who also scored a 3-0. Not as many banners, but as I'll explain, lots of trial and error this week. Lots of trial and error has gone hit the grown-up division. Lots of testing led to lots of double taps. But you know, he's always going to set a solid defense. So, you know, it's going to help maintain those victories. And it allows him to do the experimentation. And, you know, he can afford a couple of double taps here and there. Gom got 3 full clears for the whammy, while his opponents only cleared 7 zones in total. Some of the testing led to some new counters with obscure units. So maybe you should go and check out his streams if you have the time. Gom is looking forward to testing them against tougher opposition. 3-0 for good old Maurice.
Nicely done, sir. Next up, we got E-Grace Gamer. You know when you want to find love in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, Nev, why don't you check out egrace.com. egrace.com for all your SWGOH love needs. Who went 3-0? He says 3-0 and finished in the top 50. Still a few hours, but 12th now for week 1. Round 1, he said garbage across the board to clear We got an impressive score with near max points across 33, 32 banners. He didn't attack. Round 2, opponent and I both set one crap team for row 1 feet. He went heavy on defense and we balanced attack. We dropped 1 versus gas for the cleanup. He couldn't complete with too much on defense. Round 3, another full fluffy D put to bed. We went offense focused due to mod depth advantage. His B teams had 16 drops to our C teams. So although squads was flawless, we dropped the fight in fleets trying to soft counter and 5s when it's an upturn owner, was still able to finish it off and ensure the win. So nicely done from Egray, starting 3-0 in the new division.
And that brings us to Grand Admiral Arnold Team 101. A glorious day for the Empire and a well-fought week for the Grand Admiral. 3-0. Round 1 was a win. Not a full clear, as a Night Sister and a Slacker team caused the gaming division's best just a little bit of trouble. Round 2 was a full clear with only 1 loss to a Sidious team. But then the Grand Admiral did attack this R7 team with a G12 lead. So play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Round 3, glory be to the Galactic Empire as the Grand Admiral finished off the week with a flawless victory. 3-0 to the Grand Admiral.
Nicely done. Next up is Dylar, my man, using those tweet-like tactics to get those victories, and they worked out well. He says 3-0, Stranger Ranger Danger. Says round 1 was a real banner off the bat. My opponent, a real banger off the bat, My opponent played a very stiff defense, but I managed to full clear while he didn't save enough for offense and stumbled on my back, leaving 3 teams standing. Round 2, I knew immediately that something was off when I opened the board and saw that my opponent was down by 164 banners for even attacking. Somehow he forgot to place 2 defense. Winning! Round 3, another tough opponent in week 1. I stumbled once on his new Django team, but still officially cleared the rest of his board. He stumbled once on my CLS Chupio team and once on my Mother Townsend team, which gave me the sweet 3-0 to start off the new format of 3v3 GAC. Nicely done, sir.
And there is the table, obviously.
Look
I mean, with that banner score from Loki, that is, we have a lot of people showing a lot of zeros there.
Yes, we do. Boy, it's like Division 2, man. It's top heavy. God dang it, man. Unreal.
There's there's a lot of there is a lot of difference in the banner. There's a lot of banner difference between the top undefeated and the and Arnold there, but
right.
There's 1,000 banners between there's 1,000 banners between that top 7. It's not like less than 50 in Division 2, but obviously more teams, more opportunities and chances for non-full clear wins. So banners definitely going to make a difference in Division 1. I'm calling it now. It's definitely going to make a much bigger difference in Division 1. So that is what we have there.
Alright, that one's gone. Droidica's gone, the one I worried about. He's gone. He now is available to be hit. Take him down twice. That's a full clear, everybody! Woo!
It's a little bizarre, but I don't think it'll ever happen in like an actual practice play. Boom! 4 shots.
Alright, the AoE heard around the world. Alright, we have offense up, guys. We have everything that we need to. Let's see the damage on this. R8 flow, 6,000. You're kidding me.
Okay, that was easier than I thought. I thought that was going to be tough with running GS.
But I'm not going to go down without at least making one attempt against a GL. That's for sure. Okay, well there goes Revan. And there goes all my hopes and dreams. Okay.
Regina. Vagina.
Okay, so... Alright, so let's put this on DT. Okay. He actually sped up. What he did, he gave everybody that turret leader. Went right after 2PO. Oh, give him more. Give him more. Up, up. CLS, you want some too, bro? You want some too, CLS? You got it, buddy. Get you some of that. Have some more. That's so stupid. Okay. That's so dumb. That's okay.
Because, well, I guess we're gonna find out. I can't remember if that's because of Padme's lead or unique, so let's find out. That's the unique. No! You were one turn from dying! You bitch! Ah, you suck! Why didn't you just do the world a favor and die?
Ignore. See, he doesn't ignore foresight. He doesn't ignore foresight. Ed, lies. I'll try it again. Now I did because of the fear, probably, right? Probably because of the fear that was there. Can I kill him? Not quite. He had a little protection there.
Are people who are dead. Many deads. Yes, that's fine. Make sure we keep our offense up. Oh.
I shouldn't have did that. I'm taking away 2 yen. This is ridiculous. Like, the stacks on GG are going to be absolutely insane. Hopefully this dude doesn't one-shot me. That's 14 stacks. 15. Okay, so now let's make sure.
Alright, you want to heal? Okay. We can deal. Get zapped. And get sabered. Let's do Merciless again. Just so that we can get 2 free attacks at the expense of Kanan over here. More dots. And some shock. Alrighty. And then another... delightful. You absolutely love it.
Heal. Come on, Yoda, don't do anything stupid, bud. There we go. There we go, Spy. Let's auto this real quick. Come on. Come on.
And welcome back, everybody. I hope you laughed as much as Ranger and me laughed at that clip reel.
I always like to see these. I always like to see these when they happen, man. That stuff with Tilo, man, I was just cracking up.
Yeah, the Tilo one was quite funny. Yeah, the Tilo one was very, very funny, I must admit. That was, yeah. So anyway, so the thoughts and acknowledgements is upon us. So thank you for all the raids. Thank you for all of the bits. I did see some bits from Fort Water. He just got back from work and didn't realise we were going. So you know, he was apologising profusely for not doing a report because he's normally very, very good at doing his reports because he likes to rub my nose in it when he does his reports. So. Go ahead, Fortmore. We did get a raid from Thisk. The Thisk bus did hit us earlier on. But apart from that, it's been a fun packed, stat packed opening week to season 3, and I'm really looking forward to gathering some stats from this division reboot because some people are clearly doing better, and some people are not.
It's an adjustment, man. I mean, it really is.
Because there was 3-0s in there that we weren't expecting people to get 3-0s, and then there were some 2-1s where we were expecting 3-0s.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be adjustment phase. I think people are a little shell shocked with the changes, and you're gonna have to kind of think about your rosters, moving forward, with this stuff. So, I mean, it is what it is. We have to adjust, when it's just going to get crazier because we've got the new Jedi Master Kenobi. That's that's going to be happening. We've got Bad Batch. Commander Ahsoka's going to start getting into the mix. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going to still have effects on GAC moving forward, even in 5v5 coming up. Because I know a lot of people have their energy saved up for General Master Kenobi. They might even have him. I know Loki's going to probably have him unlocked for 5v5, maybe even for 3v3, which is absolutely bananas. So yeah, it's a lot.
I actually think that feeding into the new format with 3v3 is actually going to be quite beneficial because yes, you need more, but you don't need as many as if we got hit with a 5v5 straight away with the format, because you're going to need more for 5v5. So this allows people to kind of like, crap, if I don't have enough for 3v3, you're definitely not going to have enough for 5v5. So this is the month where if you need to fluff something, or if you need to activate something and take just 1 or 2 characters to 7 stars, activate it, take it to gear 11, just so that you've got the extra 5v5 teams and you're not just putting 4 good ones and trash. Now is the time to do it. And yeah, I'll be very, very interested to see how our competitor base deals with this season, because we've got 2 3v3s and 1 5v5 for season 3. So yeah, it's going to be who's the best, because it's a majority 3v3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, have you got anything else, Ranger? Or,
No, man, I'm good. I think I said everything I need to say. So
excellent.
Push those buttons.
Will do, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks.